Hi, my name is Trevor Teichman from Kbandstraining.com, and today our topic is going to be how important is long toss and should you be doing it every day to develop velocity? In short, the answer is yes. If you're preseason, during the season, or in a slight off season, you want to be using long toss to stretch out your shoulder as well as work on your release point when you're working for velocity. Remember, building velocity is all about rotational power from the ground up. So if you're not consistently working on that, then you're going to not achieve the highest results you can when trying to throw for velocity. The video I posted last week is a long toss video that gets into depth of the different phases moving back and forward throughout the distances of long toss. I would highly recommend you view that video if you need a refresher on how to complete the long toss phases in their entirety. But let's get into a little bit more depth and discuss the point of long toss. The number one reason to do long toss is to loosen up your shoulder. Range of motion is key to preventing injury as well as getting more velocity in your throwing arm. So throughout long toss, you're gonna stretch the distances as far as you can while still maintaining a light shoulder. Now, if you played any baseball before, you know what I'm talking about. There's a time and place when you're throwing the ball and you're really trying to get something on it and you're finishing heavy through the ball. And then there's another time where you're nice and easy, nice and loose, and you can throw for great distances and still feel as though you're putting no pressure through the baseball. You're just nice and loose, getting some great work in for the shoulder. That's what I'm referring to. Whenever you do long toss, you're gonna get more range of motion in a throwing motion. You can do all the stretching you want and you will not have a loose shoulder to throw with. You've gotta go through the motions and getting that external rotation, finishing through, trying to get that scap stretched out on your finishes, as well as rolling back, getting good range of motion on the backside. Now, I've seen a lot of pitchers that don't have great external rotation, but they always have shoulder problems. They're always in the training room. So be sure that you're getting that stretch in both directions to maintain a healthy body. When talking about how important long toss is, it's also important that we really focus on how to execute this. If you've got someone to play catch with, then you've got a great opportunity to get out and get better as a baseball player. If you're by yourself, then you have got to get a net and a bucket of balls. The one great thing about baseball is as much as it's a team sport, you can do tons of individual training by yourself to get better. Doesn't matter what age you are, use the same long toss sequence and throw into the net. Of course, you gotta spend a little bit of time. You gotta pick up balls, put them back in the bucket, and then move back to your distances. But I tell you, if you're not working on these things, someone else is. So if you wanna get better, then you've gotta be consistent and you've gotta work. Just because you're by yourself, it's no excuse. For years, I had a bucket of ball throwing into a net, trying to hit different positions in the net to really work on my accuracy as well as my throwing velocity. The more repetitions you can do as a pitcher, fielder, or outfielder, the better you're gonna be when it comes to tryouts or in season and really having a great year. In conclusion, yes, long toss is important. Outfielders, infielders, pitchers, you gotta do it every day. Get the arm moving, get some nice freedom in your shoulder, and work on velocity moving back in at those shorter distances.